and thank you for joining us for Monday Encouragement video. So last week we spoke about Psalms 46:10, where it says, "Be still and know that He's God." And we spoke about knowing God as far as knowing Him through experience, but also learning to know Him through His Word. And so this week I just kind of wanted to continue on that topic because, again, as single mothers, sometimes we get so caught up and so distracted by everything that goes on in life that we have to remember that we have to be still in Him. And so this week I'm going to be looking at Isaiah 55 verses 8 and 9. And it says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways, says the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." And as I was looking at this, and I was just thinking about what we're going to be talking about today, this also has to do with being still. A lot of times as mothers, we think that we know best. And a lot of times we do. When we seek God and we have His guidance, we know what's best for our children. We know the purpose, plan, expectation that God has for them. And if we don't, we know that there is a purpose, plan, expectation for Him. But there comes a point, as my pastor said, we have to step aside and let God be God. We have to be able to remove ourselves from the equation and allow God to handle the situation. There are going to be some situations that we cannot handle, there's nothing that we can do. And we have to be able and willing to step aside to let God handle it. And of course, this is going to be dependent on the child's spiritual maturity, their physical maturity, their age, and environment. So for example, we wouldn't leave a child who is maybe 4 or 5, but if you have a rebellious teen, then there are going to be some times that God is going to ask us, hey, you know what? I need you to step out of the way. Let me deal with this situation, because there's nothing that we can do in that moment. And we have to be able to be still, knowing that God is God, knowing that His ways are higher, knowing that He loves our children more than we could ever love them, knowing that ultimately they belong to Him, and being able to remove ourselves from our equation, knowing that His ways are going to be better. His thoughts are going to be better. We may not have it all, and this is where it comes back to being still. We may not have the whole game plan. We may not understand everything that's going on. We may not even see what's coming around the corner, but we can be still knowing that God's ways are always going to be better and His thoughts are always going to be higher than ours. And in that, we can have peace. So this week, I just want to remind you to be still, knowing that God is in control, knowing that He is your provider, He is your strength, He's your support, He's your advocate, but also knowing that He has an amazing, a great purpose, plan, and expectation for us as mothers and also for our children. And so in those moments, we have to be willing to say, you know what, God, I'm going to step out of the way. You handle this situation. Have a blessed week, and I will see you next week, Monday.